Hello, my friends on YouTube. Today is Sunday, the 31st of December 2023. Today is the last day of the year, and tomorrow is starting 2024. Happy New Year to everyone. We wish you luck, and some people already celebrated the New Year in different countries in the Far East. Anyway, today's video, I chose to call it the counter invasion of Islam or Muhammadism. Call it whatever you want. Why I chose this? I received a video from somebody, and in this video, the United Arab Emirates is allowing Hindu people. There are quite a few of Indian in United Arab Emirates, also in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, all the Gulf region. They have people from India. Many of them are doctors, lawyers, engineers, and what have you, well-educated people, and they are helping. Also, I'm sorry, there are laborer in Indian laborer in United Arab Emirates, also in Saudi Arabia and all the Gulf countries. Why is it big issue that Indian people, which big number of them in this region, why is it a big issue for them to build a Hindu temple? They are paying for it, so someone may ask, what's the big fuss? I mean, here in America or in Europe, you have mosques, you have Jewish synagogue, you have Hindu temples, you have everybody. If you are paying for it, good luck. Okay? There are many Muslim mosques in New York and all over the United States, in Europe, everywhere. So why is it a big fuss that building a Hindu temple in United Arab Emirates is a big issue? The reason is the founder of Islam, the founder of this ideology, left a clear direction that there shouldn't be people of other faith, specifically those who called polytheists. So starting with the Jews and the Christian, those who are his cousins, because he proclaimed that he is of Ishmael, descendant of Ishmael, and Ishmael is the brother of Isaac. Therefore, the Jews and the Arabs are cousins. So he kicked out his own cousins. He doesn't want them to be in Arabia. You tell me how much he would be interested in inviting people from India to be in Arabia. Furthermore, worship their own, practice their own religion and do their worship in Arabia. You tell me. So I have 3 hadith, and for those who don't know what the word hadith is, it is the teaching or the words of the founder of Islam when he was kind of educating his followers. I'm going to put them in the description box. One of them, it says, expel all the polytheists out of the Arabian Peninsula. That's very clear. Polytheists here, it's actually referring to the Jews and the Christian practically, because there was no Indian living in Arabia back then. But many Jews, wealthy merchant, lived in Arabia because it was the route for the merchandise going and coming. So they had a reason to stay there. And many Christians as well. So they didn't accept him, so he had beef with them. So he didn't want them, and therefore they are going to hell, kick them out, get rid of them. Another hadith, he was asking his followers, do you know who are the most losers in the spirit, in the world, in the hereafter, in the spirit world after death? They said no. No, actually, the answer, and said a group of people that he didn't agree with. He said no, not these people. The most loser in heaven will be the Jews and the Christians, because the Jews and the Jews, they rejected the Prophet of Allah, meaning himself, and the Christian, I can't remember. Anyway, I'll put it in the description box. And one more hadith, and in this hadith, he cursed on his deathbed as he is dying. He cursed the Jews and the Christian. And this is really, I mean, for any Muslim, this is just heart to heart to send to those who believe in this ideology. Any human being on his deathbed, whether you are Muslim, Christian, Jewish, Buddhist, atheist, it doesn't matter. When you are on your deathbed and about to die, I don't think many people, regular people, average people, will just contemplate on their hate and anger towards others. So as it is for myself, if I have any issue with anyone, whether it's my fault or his fault or her fault, and this person next to me, I will try to make peace with them. I will not curse them. I'll try to make peace with them. However, that anger and hate and resentment is reflected in the Islamic teaching, and that's why we see what Hamas did in Gaza. They are saturated with this teaching of killing the Jews and the Christians. By the way, they normally, this is the footsteps of Muhammad. He started with the minority, the smallest Jewish group in Arabia. He got rid of them. And then the little bigger. And as his army grew and became stronger, he invaded the larger Jewish tribes until he eliminated them. He got rid of them all. He either kicked them out or he murdered them. He slaughtered them. Okay? So it's not because the Hamas is not attacking, let's say, European countries now, or America, or Brazil, or whatever country, Christian or whatever, or Buddhist or Hindu or whatever country or religion, because they cannot do that now. They cannot do that now, but the formula is set for them to follow in the footsteps of their founder, which the Jewish state is very small, and it's surrounded by Muslim countries. They tried that since 1948. They didn't succeed. Some Muslim country or Arab countries made peace with Israel. Some cannot accept that. Why? The Prophet told us to get rid of them. Kill them all. Kill them all. So they start with that small minority group in Israel. And if they become stronger, then it will be the next small Christian nation. And we see that we don't have to really think much about that. Look what's going on with the Christian in Nigeria, the Christian in Pakistan, the Christian in India, the Christian in... Whenever Muslim have majority, wherever they live, they try to kill the Christian, the Jews, the Buddhists, the Hindu, all of them. Okay, let's be realistic. Okay, even in India, wherever the Muslim are majority, they kill the Hindu. So what's going on here is even though despite of what's going on in Gaza, many Muslim and Arab countries came to the realization that nonsense that we've been indoctrinated with for 1400 years is a nonsense and is not going to take us anywhere. It is better to live in peace with others than follow this nonsense. And for United Arab Emirates, which is part of Arabia, the peninsula that the founder of Islam said there shouldn't be another religion other than Islam, is inviting Christian and Hindu, and pretty soon there will be Buddhist. And if you look carefully at Saudi Arabia, it's following carefully in the footsteps of United Arab Emirates. They are getting rid of this nonsense, and it is developing. They know if they continue in this nonsense, they are actually putting their own demise. So you see, now they build a temple in United Arab Emirates. Expect a Hindu temple and the Buddhist temple and the Jewish temple in Saudi Arabia, and probably next to the Black Building, Kaaba, in Mecca. And the reason is, before the coming of Islam, they say, anyway, that this center, Mecca, where that Black Building is, used to have 360 other idol or other temple or minor, smaller worship place. So we're starting with the Hindu, the Christian first, actually, in Dubai, the Catholic and the Evangelical, and then there is the Hindu, and later on other religion will follow. Dubai opened the path for that, and no wonder some people who still believe in the teaching of the founder of Islam that is correct, they are angry. I'm sorry, but you cannot stop the wheel of history. And that nonsense that came to you 1400 years ago is not working. The leaders of the country, those who can foresee what's for the future, they know that this will bring destruction to their people. And oil, which gave them a boost, is not going to last forever. Already many countries are talking about making electric cars. Maybe it's expensive now. Maybe it's not very convenient now, the electric car, as the gasoline car. But we don't know. 10 years from now, it might become more efficient. It might become much cheaper. And nobody will be interested in the oil. So what are you going to do? You have to open resources. You have to develop the country that it becomes self-sufficient. You cannot just depend on that oil. The leaders of these countries, they came to that realization. However, the religious body in these countries, they cannot accept that. It is hard for them to accept reality. They won't live in the past, the glory of the past that we used to invade unchecked and conquer, loot, rape, and continue on and on until we conquered big portion or big part of the world. That this is a frustration, I understand. They cannot do that now. And even Iran, with all the oil that they are selling and the money and the technology, Iran advanced quite a bit technologically. However, they are wasting their resources instead of developing the country. They are wasting the resources building army and sending money to Hamas, to Hezbollah, to all these terrorist groups. You are wasting your resources, and you cannot continue forever, and your oil will not continue forever. So I really commend United Arab of Emirates of taking this step. Okay, and many Muslim, they are saying, oh, they have a head of an ox. The head, it actually shows in the video, but there's a head of an ox. That's their business. It's a black stone ox. Okay, the Muslim, when they go to Mecca, they actually touch a black stone in Mecca. It's similar, but it's a different shape. This is black stone, this is black stone. Why are you accusing or criticizing the Hindu for their belief? You have a similar belief. Okay, I'm not defending the Hindu or the Christian or the Buddhist or whatever. I'm just making the point clear that if you continue in this path, your destruction will be faster. Okay, I just wanted to bring this to attention, the attention of my viewer, that there is automatic. It's not like it's meant to be an attack, but those who are caught in the Islamic teaching are staying still in the 7th century, and they don't want to move. They are standing against the wheel of history. If you do that, you will be crushed. So I'm not trying to antagonize you, although my speech may, but it's not for antagonism. It's actually rather to wake you up. I woke up. I found out that this is nonsense. So I wish for you to take a step back. Don't follow me. Don't accept my saying. Take a step back and think carefully. Think critically. Thank you very much, and I hope to hear from you. Of course, share, comment, and Happy New Year to all.